If you've been on the internet in recent months, who am I kidding? You're tethered right now, aren't ya? Anyway, you might have seen this character around. This is Tiny Chef, a stop-motion animated little guy who loves to cook, sing, and just generally serve. I love Tiny Chef, and many others do as well. Recently, conversation about Tiny Chef has been making the rounds for all the wrong reasons. Yes, I regret to inform you that Tiny Chef has been canceled. No, not because of disturbing Instagram DMs or anything, but the Tiny Chef show has gotten the chopping block after 3 successful seasons and winning multiple daytime awards.
Bloody amazing canceled. But we put out a baby. Brought about wob. Bread and jam. Cake. Patty. Blam cake. Where? But all my friends.
In a cruel and ironic twist of the knife of fate, there are now more eyes on Tiny Chef than ever before. As of writing this video, only time will tell if the pendulum will shift back to the creators and their audience. But seeing the amount of love and adoration being poured out for Chefy across social media brings one question to my mind. Haven't we seen all of this before? A beloved show being canned despite critical acclaim. A cartoon getting the boot prematurely, citing ratings despite not having a chance to build an audience. Inconsistent scheduling that makes it far too easy to miss episodes as they release. Unfortunately, yes, we have. No sole company is innocent of this, but one is the most egregious. And if there's one show that didn't deserve how it was treated, it's Oswald. But before we get started, welcome. I'm Forrest, and if you're new here, which you definitely would be, and are interested in whatever, click those dang buttons. They help the channel grow and make it easier for me to bring content to you. Now, let's get into the story of my friend, Oswald.
These 2 eggs can't wait to meet the egg twins on...
Wednesday? Thursday?
No, Monday. Just 2 more days until the premiere of Oswald, a brand new show on Nick Jr.
The year is 2001. Nickelodeon is in the middle of a legendary run of animated series across its programming blocks. Newer shows like The Fairly OddParents and Invader Zim began airing. Hey Arnold, SpongeBob, The Rugrats, and The Wild Thornberrys were still going strong too. But we're not here for that. We're here for the Junior block. Now, Nick Jr. Don't get me started on Nick Jr. You don't know? You don't know? There were a slate of animated programs picked up for distribution by Nickelodeon for its preschool block, such as Franklin, Kipper, and Madeline. By 1999, Nickelodeon moved production in-house for their animated series, starting with Little Bill and Dora the Explorer. For 2 years, these shows dominated the preschool block. Then, a third animated series followed, the critically acclaimed Oswald the Octopus, an adorable blue octopus that lives in Big City. Before diving in, I just wanted to say that I have a heavy personal connection to this show. Growing up, I'd have to be awake at around 6 a.m. to get ready and catch the school bus, so sadly, the only times I'd really be able to watch these shows were if I were homesick. But man, what a religious experience that was! Nickelodeon stopped showing good stuff, bam, Cartoon Network. Get bored of seeing? Boosh, Disney Channel. It was great! A bowl of cereal and no rent? I was set. But then, there was Oswald. The simple and peaceful adventures of this adorable little guy existing in the world around him. On a typical day in the big city, the most stressful thing is trying to capture a cloud or catch up to the ice cream man. Regardless of what's going on in life, this show will suck you in and tell you that everything's okay, even if it's just for 22 minutes. Plus commercials. The show has a star-studded cast and is truly unique. There is nothing else like it. Info on the show and its production are just kind of left to the imagination. The show ended long before the internet's takeover of modern society and domination of human communication, so there isn't much info about it online. But what's one of the best ways to get accurate information? From the source. Hello, so I'm Forrest. It's nice to meet you. Could you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Dan Yaccarino. I am the creator and producer of the Nickelodeon show Oswald.
Dan Yaccarino and I sat down for an interview, and it was a lot of fun. He's a great guy, and he'll be joining us for our journey today, so I'm going to be relying on bits from our interview to fill in the holes. Dan Yaccarino is a children's author and illustrator who began illustrating works for the New York Times after earning his BFA in 1993. In that same year, he released his first picture book, Big Brother Mike, to stellar reviews. More books followed as he built himself a name in children's entertainment, now creating 2.5 books per year. After pitching Oswald to network execs at Disney and Viacom, Viacom took him up on the offer and began producing Oswald in conjunction with Hit Entertainment, the production company behind shows such as Bob the Builder and Pingu.
We're back. Are you ready for adventure?
Okay, let's go.
Oswald is coming up soon on Nick Jr.
As stated before, there was one 26-episode season produced, with episodes being divided into two 11-minute-long segments. Obviously, going through the entire show would make this video much longer than it should be, but in order to keep my deep dive, retrospective, commentary, review thing realistic in scope, I've picked segments that I feel are representative of Oswald as a whole. I've also picked episodes that won't get me beaten up and left pantsless in a back alley by Paramount.
Let's give it another try.
That won't get me into copyright trouble with fair, just, and gracious Paramount. So there's a broadcast order and a production order, but honestly, I'm just following Ankita Cell's episode order on this one. First, I'm going to let the opening theme play.
Oswald.
This song is peak. I don't care. It's top tier. Oswald is invited to his very first sleepover at his friend Henry's apartment. Henry being a penguin character with a very distinct sounding voice.
Welcome, Oswald, and welcome, Weenie, to your very first sleepover.
Weenie throughout the episode is nervous, but Oswald assures her that everything is going to be okay. Henry wastes no time inviting them to dinner, where he serves his favorite,
Trout balls and spaghetti.
Since this is new and different for Weenie, Oswald goes and brings back her special food bowl. They finish dinner and sit down to watch TV, landing on the Sammy Starfish show.
It's Sammy Starfish time. I'm bright as penny. My good points are many.
However, Henry wants to watch Penguin Patrol, an in-universe police procedural drama. An in-universe cop show. They enjoy the episode, and now it's 7 p.m., so Henry wants to dance.
Time for the penguin polka.
Oh, not the penguin polka.
It's polka time. Everybody dance. Watch carefully, Oswald. Wiggle your tail, flap your wing, stomp your feet, and you're in full swing. Let's all do the penguin polka. Hey!
Wiggle your tail, flap your wings, stomp your feet, and you're in full swing. Let's all do the penguin polka. Hey!
Time to go to bed.
Hey, wait a second. They did the dang polka at 7 p.m., danced twice, and now it's 9:20? What, does he live in the... What's it called? The tarmac? Is that it? I don't know. I haven't watched Doctor Who. I'm not British. To help Weenie feel more at ease, Oswald offers to go and get Weenie her special bed, which I feel should have been the first thing that you pack for a sleepover.
Alrighty, I just need to turn on a few nightlights first.
Good night, Henry.
Good night, Oswald.
Sweet dreams, Henry.
Good night, Oswald.
Don't let the bedbugs bite, Henry.
Good night, Oswald.
Nighty-night, Henry.
Good night.
Because of how bright it now is in the bedroom, this time, Weenie offers to run back to their apartment to grab some shades for them. This is also a good time to mention that there's this little running gag where every time they run up to their apartment, they pass by a slow-moving turtle named Buster. I love Buster. Weenie returns, revealing that Henry sleeps with his door unlocked. "No one is going to take my penguin polka vinyl," he snores softly into the night. The next morning, Oswald thanks Henry for inviting them over. Henry gives Oswald the sheet music for the penguin polka, and the episode wraps up with him playing it on the piano. Now, this episode in particular is instrumental to Forest lore. Sleepover was like Pavlovian conditioning for me because I swear I wouldn't rewatch this episode on VHS without a plate of spaghetti. This is episode 7 in broadcast order, episode 2 in production order, but number 1 in Forest order, because it's the episode I remember the most vividly. Now we're moving on to the next segment, which is called I Guess You Never Know, a sort of weird inverse of the previous one. Oswald meets with Henry and asks what he'd like to do together. Henry responds that he wants to do
The same thing I do every Monday. Lunch at the diner.
So the duo enters Madame Butterfly's diner and sits at Henry's favorite booth. Henry orders as usual while Oswald can't decide, prompting Madame Butterfly to suggest the Monday mystery lunch, whatever that is. Madame Butterfly brings their food with Henry's fish sticks. Come on, I said that I wouldn't be as negative in this video. Don't do this to me. Look at the mystery lunch. It's like they're prompting me to try to say something evil. Come on. The mystery lunch seems to be a sort of jello with goldfish crackers, broccoli, and I don't know. She shouldn't expect a tip. That's all I'm gonna say. After finishing lunch, they go off to Johnny's Snow Cones. Henry once again gets his usual, and then Oswald steps up to order.
I would like to order a... Whoa! Hey! What's going on?
Congratulations, Oswald! You are our 123rd customer! Ha ha!
I am?
That's right. And that means you win a free Super Jumbo Snow Cone.
A free Super Jumbo Snow Cone? Wow!
They make their way to the park to relax, but not without looking both ways to cross the street. Upon arrival, they see a noodle parade about to begin. One of the parade floats away, but Oswald and Weenie catch it. They are then crowned King and Queen Noodle, and they lead the parade through town. Does anyone really love pasta this much?
I guess you never know. Wow. My day was certainly full of surprises.
Not mine, and that's the way I like it. Just like always.
Henry bids Oswald goodbye and goes into his apartment, presumably to cry himself to sleep.
Just like always.
Surprise!
However, in a weird way, it turns out that this was all a birthday surprise for Henry. The segment ends with the little guy and everyone else doing the penguin polka. Wait, what will they do on his actual birthday? What, Too Bad So Sad?
Daisy plays an instrument.
Perhaps something in the brass section. The trombone. A very popular instrument. I just sold 76 of them.
That looks like loads of fun to play, Daisy.
Okay, Daisy. It works by blowing in here and sliding this, like so.
Got it. Ready, set, blow.
The Polka Dot Umbrella is a nonsensical adventure where they fully lean into the fact that this is a cartoon. Oswald, Henry, and Weenie are playing in the park. Weenie chases after a toy and discovers an abandoned Polka Dot Umbrella.
Someone must have left it behind. I'll just leave it here. Maybe whoever lost the umbrella will find it. Hey!
This results in an extended series of events where Oswald also tries to leave the umbrella behind, but is unable to due to it being a cursed mythological relic.
Ah, and I know just the thing. Goodbye, umbrella. I got rid of that umbrella once and for all.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no!
That is quite an umbrella, old friend.
Oswald relents, realizing that you can't fight destiny, so he decides to keep it. A rainstorm pops up, and he uses the umbrella, with it being wide and large enough to keep everyone around him dry.
Say, Oswald, old pal, if you still want to get rid of this umbrella, I'd be happy to take it off your hands.
No, I think I like this polka dot umbrella just fine, Henry. I'm going to keep it.
You also see this umbrella used in the rest of the show, which is a very nice touch. In cloud collecting, Oswald and Weenie are out enjoying nature. Daisy runs by, chasing a leaf to add to her collection.
Hi there, Oswald. I'm working on my leaf collection. Wanna see?
Sure, I'd love to.
This one is round and reminds me of you, Oswald. And ooh, this is my favorite. It's orange with yellow speckles. Isn't it beautiful?
Yes, it is. Gee, Daisy, you sure have a beautiful collection of leaves.
Thanks. I like to collect them because they're all so different. I think I have just about every kind of leaf there is. Except that one. So long, gotta leave!
See you later, Daisy. Gosh, Weenie, it must be swell to have a collection like that.
Later, Oswald, now walking home, hears spoons clinking and goes to investigate. Turns out it's Henry, who proudly shows off his spoon collection.
This one is for iced tea, and this little baby is for soup.
Gosh, Henry, you have a great spoon collection.
Why, thank you, Oswald. I'd like to think so.
This inspires Oswald to start a collection of his own.
Everybody seems to be collecting something swell. I wonder what I should collect. What to collect, what to collect? What should I choose off the top of my head? What to collect, something perfect? Marbles or doorknobs or long bits of thread? What to collect, what to select? What to display that would dazzle the crowd? What to collect, must be correct? Buttons or seashells? Or perhaps even clouds. That's it, Weenie. I'll collect clouds.
All of his attempts to catch a cloud fail. During this, no one makes fun of him, they just support him.
I'm going to collect clouds.
Wow! That's Kino Yaccarino! Good luck!
Come on, girl. We're almost there. Here goes, girl. I've got one. I've got one. Look. Oh. I guess there are some things you just can't collect.
Defeated, he lies down in the park and his friends join him. Slowly, he begins to realize that cloud watching with friends is just as fulfilling as cloud catching.
That cloud looks like a big, beautiful oak leaf.
Say, that one looks like a serving spoon.
That looks like the perfect cloud collection.
Not bad, buddy boy. Not bad at all.
Thanks.
Next segment, Pongo the Friendly Dragon. Yes, dragons exist in this universe. That shouldn't be too jarring. There's a walking flower, a sentient snowman, and a pumpkin head after all. In the park, Oswald hears someone in the distance cursing up a storm.
Oh! Oh!
Hey, watch your mouth. They come upon a big dragon whose tail is caught in a thorn bush.
Whoa!
Woe is me!
Oh, that poor dragon. His tail is caught in the thorn bush.
Isn't this my video?
My name is Oswald. And that's Weenie.
My name is Pongo, and my tail is stuck.
Oswald frees Pongo, who then jumps for joy.
Thanks, Oswald. From now on, we're friends forever.
Pongo tries to pay it forward by helping others, but makes a mess of things due to his size. So during this, Henry is flying his kite in the park along with everyone else, and Pongo's trying to help him get his kite to fly, but the wind isn't picking up the kite, so he biffs it.
No thanks. I think I better just go home. Goodbye, Oswald. Goodbye, Weenie.
Later, Henry finally gets his kite to fly. However, the wind is too strong and carries the kite and Oswald off with it. This is a very common occurrence. Stuck atop a tree, Oswald realizes that Pongo can finally help him, which he happily does.
You're the only one who can get me down.
I'm the only one? Don't worry. I'll get you, Oswald. Climb aboard.
Well done, Pongo.
Thanks, Pongo.
They then march off together in song. By the way, that was Richard Kind, aka Bing Bong.
I was looking for diversion.
What?
So long, sucker.
Look, it's Oswald. Hi, Oswald.
Hello. Nice to see you.
Oswald is next on Nick Jr.
Where I play to learn.
The double date starts with Henry inviting Oswald over for a Penguin Patrol special. Oswald says yes. Not even 10 seconds later, Daisy invites Oswald to come swimming with her. Oswald says yes. Hey, wait a minute! Oswald tries to juggle both engagements. Spoiler alert, it doesn't end well.
Come, sit down. Hey, what's with the swimming tube, buddy boy?
Oops. I forgot I had this on. I'll be right down.
How's that popcorn coming along?
It's almost ready. Here I am.
Where's your beach ball?
Whoops. I left it upstairs.
Wait! Can you watch the pool while I get some goggles from the shed?
Sure.
When the pool's almost full, just add a teeny bit of the bubble soap.
Just a teeny bit. Okay. Oh, look at all the pretty bubbles, Weenie. Huh? What's that? Oh my gosh, Weenie. I forgot about the popcorn.
He grabs some popcorn and heads off to Henry's apartment. As he sits down, bubbles from outside start coming through the window. A big mix-up later, and he's literally caught between the two. He barely put any kernels in the popper, but somehow it made enough popcorn to be a lease termination. He explains himself and they all laugh about how silly it is. They then decide to all hang out together by pushing the swimming pool into Henry's apartment. Oh, don't do it, man. The water, it'll get into the hardwood and rot your floors from the inside out. It's not worth it for Penguin Law and Order. No. This segment is actually part 2 of another episode called Odd One Out. To give a brief, Henry's cousin Louie comes to visit.
Oh?
Hello, Cousin Henry.
Hello, Cousin Louie.
Hello. Time for lunch.
As time goes on, Henry and Louie get so wrapped up in each other that Oswald starts third wheeling. Actually, I forgot how bad it was. He starts spare tiring. My bad. Oswald is rightfully upset and goes home. It isn't until Henry's vinyl player goes on the fritz later that they remember Oswald exists.
Okay, Cousin Henry, I'm ready.
On. Off. Something is wrong.
Don't worry, I can fix it. On. Off. Well, I'm all out of ideas.
They go to his apartment, apologize, penguin polka, the end. It's not one of my favorite endings. Cousin Louie is still visiting, and he and Henry are taking an ice bath. Henry mentions missing the frozen north, and Louie suggests that Henry move back with him.
Good idea, Cousin Louie. I'm going home.
What?
Home?
Great Scott, no time to waste. I have to pack.
But Henry...
You know, Oswald, I don't know why I didn't think of this a long time ago.
But Henry...
Yes, sirree. I can't wait to sink my tootsies into that nice, cold snow.
But Henry...
Oh, and all the fish I can eat.
But Henry...
And penguins. Millions of them, as far as the eye can see.
But Henry... What about all your friends here?
Well, you can come and visit me anytime. Sure, we can go sleigh riding, ice fishing, oh, and the snowballs. Just like Mother used to make.
Gee, Henry, that sounds swell.
He makes a plan to see Henry off at the bus stop and decides to relay the news to their friends himself. What a nice guy. The gravity of the situation doesn't seem to hit Oswald immediately. He talks about how he'd love to write, visit, and call, but everyone points out how difficult communication with the frozen north is. This begs the question, how did Henry know his cousin was coming in the first place? Oh, that's a plot hole, Mr. Yaccarino. The small farewell is now ballooned into a full going-away party, and the crew hands Henry his going-away gifts.
Is all this for me?
It sure is, Henry. We're going to miss you.
We'll miss you.
We certainly will.
Yes,
And
yes,
don't forget
yes,
to write. No, dear.
Cousin Henry, time to get on the bus.
Yes, Cousin Louie. Just a moment while I tell my friends. Goodbye.
Here you go, Henry. I figured that there weren't many flowers in the frozen north.
Why, thank you, Daisy. That's very thoughtful.
And I made some muffins for you, Henry.
Mackerel. My favorite. Thank you, Madam Butterfly.
Mwah.
Bye.
We wanted you to have these, old man. Been in the family for years, you know.
Thanks, guys.
Just a little snack for the trip, Henry.
Sardine sorbet? Oh, thanks, Johnny.
Good luck, Henry. And be sure to look up my brother, Phil.
I will. Goodbye, weenie girl. I'm gonna miss you. This is it, buddy boy.
Come on, Cousin Henry.
I'm gonna miss you, pal.
Me too. You know, Henry, you're my...
Oh, Katrina! Hang on!
Everyone tries to weigh her down, and once again, the show goes full cartoon. Not even how strong are the balloons, how little do these people weigh?
Hurry, Cousin Henry, it's 2 o'clock.
Henry has an ultimatum: return to the frozen north, or let his friends take a one-way trip to Albuquerque.
Cousin Henry, come on!
He chooses his friends and somehow adds enough weight to stop everyone from floating away. Must be all that trout balls and spaghetti. You know, the carbs.
You missed your bus home.
I am home, Oswald. Time for a snack. Care to join me?
He happily decides to stay home, and the going-away party becomes a welcome home party.
Sardine sorbet, anyone? Mackerel muffins?
Thank you.
Thank you ever so much.
Yes, thank you.
Say, Oswald, what is that?
Oh, it's your going-away gift. Welcome home, best friend.
Thanks, buddy boy.
Everybody help yourselves. I made
The sniffles.
Oswald and Weenie are enjoying breakfast together when the scene is broken by a gigantic sneeze.
Oh my gosh, what was that?
Come in.
Turns out it's Henry, who's sick after going out in the rain with no umbrella.
I went out in the rain without my umbrella and I got all wet. Now I have a case of the Arctic sniffles.
Oswald tucks Henry into bed and opts to grab some things to help him feel better. The newspaper and...
some hot cocoa with 2 marshmallows, no more. No less.
Oswald grabs the paper and heads to Madame Butterfly's cafe. There's a recurring bit with a bloodlusted rain cloud that stalks Oswald, and ominous music plays when it shows up. This is giving murder, not light drizzle. What is happening?
Hello, Oswald. Hello, Weenie.
Hi, Madam Butterfly. I'd like a mug of hot cocoa to go.
Oh, it must be for Henry. 1 hot cocoa coming right up. 1, 2. No more, no less.
Henry's got a bad case of the sniffles.
Poor Henry. You know, a nice bowl of soup is the best way to get rid of the sniffles. Just a minute. Here you go. 1 hot sardine soup. It's Henry's favorite.
I'm sure this'll make Henry feel better.
Me too, Oswald. Goodbye now.
Bye, Madam Butterfly.
Oswald gets a scarf and beanie from Johnny Snowman and a box of tissues from Egbert and Leo. Finally, he heads to Andy's candy shop.
We were just ducking in from that rain cloud. I think we have everything we need.
Do you have soothing candy drops? Because candy drops are absolutely the best way to get rid of the sniffles.
I didn't know that.
Would you like Swizzleberry drops? Or Tootsie Fruitsy drops? Or Choco-Loco Latte? Or Jelly Jamboree?
How about Doodle Drops?
Doodle Drops. Excellent choice.
Oswald heads home and the rain cloud catches up, drenching him briefly before he makes his way into the apartment. Henry is cured after a nap, but now Oswald is on the sick end. So Henry takes Oswald back to his apartment to rest and takes care of him instead.
Here's some soup and some hankies and some doodle drops.
Thanks, Henry.
Say, I know the best thing for the sniffles.
What?
A big plate of steamed seaweed. I'll be right back.
Friends indeed.
Oh, nuts. Suzanne Collins, who wrote The Hunger Games, wrote a few episodes for me.
Wait, that's Suzanne Collins? What?
Yeah, her. Suzanne, she's great. Very quiet, but really funny. I enjoyed, working with her a little bit.
Oswald is admiring Henry's spoon collection. Henry talks about his favorite spoon, his cocoa spoon, but it's gone missing.
There's no spoon here, Henry.
Huh? Where did it go? Great Scott! My cocoa spoon.
Henry confronts Daisy about using his spoon, accidentally stepping on the tree in the process. Ooh, boy.
Daisy, unhand that spoon.
What spoon? This is a shovel, Henry.
Yeah, like a shovel for a mouse.
I found it on the ground over there.
Gee, it must have fallen off the windowsill.
It's not a shovel. It's my cocoa spoon. And now it's dirty.
Jiminy skimminy, Henry! You're stepping all over my plant!
You ruined my cocoa spoon.
And you ruined my plant!
This results in Daisy and Henry giving each other the cold shoulder.
Higher, please!
Faster, please!
Higher, please!
Faster, please!
Phew. I'm not having much fun, Weenie.
Oswald gets fed up with the two and, after the pond debacle, decides to go sit somewhere alone. It turns out that this log is a giant caterpillar. Oswald gets stuck somehow, just jump, slide off, whatever, I'll roll with it. The caterpillar can't hear, she can't hear, oh God, she's got in her AirPods, oh the horror! They argue about who gets to help until they realize that teamwork literally exists. They save Oswald together and they finally make up.
It worked, Henry, it worked!
Ha ha! I knew it would.
Phew, that was a close one. Thanks so much for your help.
Daisy's the one who found the rope.
But it was all Henry's idea.
You both helped me together. You're a great team.
I guess we are.
Friends?
Friends. Yes, okay, thank you. That's quite all right.
In the end, Daisy reveals that she was planting a fish fig tree for Henry all along.
It's a fish fig tree.
I planted it especially for you, Henry.
For me? Why, thank you, Daisy. I do like a nice, juicy fish fig.
You know, Weenie, I'm sure glad my friends are friends again.
Sammy Starfish Live isn't technically the last episode in production or broadcast order. This is actually episode 19. But it plays like a proper send-off, so I'm ending it here. Oswald's watching Sammy Starfish, his favorite singer. Afterwards, it's announced that Sammy is going to be performing in Big City.
Sammy Starfish! Come on, girl! Let's get in line for tickets!
He encounters all of his friends on the way to get tickets and asks them to come along, offering to save them a place in line.
Oh my gosh, Weenie! We'd better hurry or there won't be any tickets left!
He gets to the venue and there's already a bunch of people in line. Slowly, his friends trickle in, but the show sells out before he gets to the counter.
2, please.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm afraid there are no more tickets.
Are you sure? Don't you have just 2 more tickets?
Wait a minute. Tickets. Nope, that's a button. Tickets. No, that's a donut. I'm sorry, sir. I'm afraid there just aren't any more tickets.
Okay. Thanks anyway.
You want half my donut?
Fun fact, the ticket agent is played by the creator Dan Yaccarino himself. It barely sounds like him, that's impressive. Oswald walks away, defeated. He notices a stagehand trying to push the piano into the venue by himself and decides to help.
It sure is.
A little more to the left. No, a little more to the right. This is hard work, isn't it?
It sure is.
A little more. Perfect.
As he's about to leave, the curtain opens and the show begins.
Please welcome that swinging star of stars, Sammy Starfish!
Hello, Big City. Oh.
Hey, look at that.
It's Oswald and Weenie.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's so great to be back in my favorite city, in front of my favorite audience. And now, I'd like to sing one of my favorite songs. It's Hey, kid, who are you?
I'm, Oswald. And this is Weenie.
Glad to meet you, Oswald. Hey there, Weenie.
Oh, I'm your biggest fan, Sammy. We just love your music.
Well, a ring-a-ding-ding. Say, Oswald, would you happen to play the piano?
I sure do, Sammy.
Then, how about helping me out with a little song?
I would love to. That's always been my dream.
Well, grab a seat, Daddy-O, and start tickling those ivories. I just love this guy. Key of C. Hit it, kid! Who's a crazy cat who knows where it's at? He's one swinging guy. With 8 legs a-clapping, anything can happen. If I had wings, I'd fly. I think you're wonderful. I think you're great. Man, you light up the sky. You're second to none, and simply first rate. I just love this guy. What a dream come true to have a fan like you to share this special night. I'm lucky as can be having you on stage with me. You make me shine, shine so bright. Oh, I think you're wonderful. I think you're great. I just love this guy. Take it, kid.
The crew and everyone in Big City celebrates Oswald, and it feels like the perfect farewell. I love this. It was a lot of fun to recap the show and take a trip down memory lane. I chose about a fourth of the show because I really, truly recommend you guys go and experience this show for yourself. But for now, let's move on to why Oswald works.
Do you know what's coming up next? No, what? It's Oswald. He has a hot dog. What's a hot dog? On the Junior. Just for me.
I wanted this video to be the polar opposite of rock for two reasons. First, you can't pin me down. Second, I want to cover a wide range of topics in media, and you gotta admit that going from obscure conservative anti-rock to wholesome beloved kids show is a wild pivot. So hopefully this shows the range of videos that you can expect on this channel. Oswald is truly one of a kind. Even about 25 years after airing, there is really nothing like it. Something that stands out immediately is the sound. The music is whimsical and playful and light, influenced by music such as waltz, classical, and polka. But jazz is the most prominent. Jazz music relies heavily on complex chords and improvised runs and phrases. Adam Neely, a musician and music theory-centric YouTuber, describes jazz music as a conversation between musicians and the listener. In a similar manner, Oswald is in conversation with its audience. Music is part of its identity, with most episodes featuring an original song sung by Oswald himself.
Happy Big Banana Day, Johnny. Phew. Have some big banana. Would you like a slice? It's so big and round. You can eat it twice. It's such a treat. And I feel you'll really love its appeal. It's a big banana made for Big Banana Day.
That conversation with the audience means it isn't explicitly educational in the way a Dora the Explorer or a Blue's Clues is. Oswald's purpose was to provide a gentle, relaxing, and atmospheric experience for kids. And I feel that it, more than almost any other kids show, gets that right. It has a calm, ASMR-y feel to it, you know, before all the slobbery, nasty mouth noises and whatever this is. What are you doing? Stop that! Where are the parents? Community is another pillar of the show, with it having a lot of recurring and distinct characters. I feel this reflects Dan's roots of living in NYC, a diverse and culturally rich city.
Well, it's kind of a reflection of my experience living here in Manhattan, because it is a real diverse culture here. And I just wanted to represent that. And then, of course, I just wanted to be creative and say, oh, there's a tree, and there's a jack-o'-lantern that owns a candy store. Just like all these, I understand what you're saying. There's sort of a swap out for different cultures, and I live with that, and I love it. It's very enriching and makes life a lot more fun for me. And I guess you swap out species or something like that for culture, maybe. But I did want a whole sort of group of very diverse characters that all come together under the umbrella of the drawing style, and like I said before, the concept that everything is just kind of played straight.
Empathy and understanding are at the core of each story. Even some of the wackier, more absurdist ingredients go out of their way to show this. No one's considered an oddball. Everyone's dreams and ideas deserve to be explored. Honestly, if the show got a proper refresh, I feel it would fit right in with contemporary shows. We know that for streaming, some shows are upscaled to HD or 4K, so, out of morbid curiosity, I signed up for a week's trial of Paramount Plus to see how my boy in blue looked. Honestly, you're not missing out on much, just go watch it on YouTube. You know it's bad when something's literally free, and you still feel like you wasted money on it. What a waste. Before we move to the next section, I want to be transparent. I've had some struggles recently.
You need to leave!
I know, shocker, a depressed YouTuber. Going back and rewatching this has been unlike anything I've ever revisited. How easily it allows you to connect with your inner child is like magic. Almost like seeing an old childhood friend after a long time and feeling like things are going to be okay. And there were some tears shed. I'm not ashamed. But seriously, I am so glad I rediscovered this show.
Meet Oswald, the friendliest sea creature in the neighborhood.
Take that back!
The friendliest sea creature above land, that is.
Thank you.
Get to know Oswald and all his pals in a special primetime premiere, Monday at 8/7 Central, only on Nickelodeon.
Let's go.
Information on this show is sparse. That should have been a red flag, but I'm a glutton for punishment. In 2017, I licked the back of a Switch cartridge. Not even for science, just to feel something.
Oh God. Oh my God.
I'm probably not making it past 65. Oswald aired on the Nick Jr. preschool block on the main channel. According to Nick's Story Archives, which has been a valuable resource for this video, it aired at 8 p.m. primetime. Oddly, Dora the Explorer premiered on the block twice and again at 8 p.m. I'm not sure how well Oswald did in ratings. Before streaming, ratings metrics weren't made public unless the show was doing crazy numbers. That doesn't mean Oswald didn't do fine, but Nickelodeon failed this show harder than I failed KimLab. During its run, it took airing breaks with massive gaps between new episodes. It stayed pretty steady until January 2003 when they moved Oswald back to 9:30 a.m., now airing right after the show medically used to replace anesthesia. The show quietly ended in September 2003 with the last few episodes not airing until a year later. A very sad end. Oswald stands out. That's honestly a great thing. But unfortunately, Oswald stands out. It's vibey and relaxing, basically the lo-fi of kid shows. But compare that to its peers. Blue's Clues is very educational. The same can be said about Dora and other shows during this period. However, Oswald isn't. You can learn a lot from it, but in a more subtle way. It's funny to think about because if you fast forward 20 years, The Lion Guard teaches nothing educational, Baby Shark numbs the synapses, and Paw Patrol... Nope, I'm not going there. I might turn into Skip Intro. One thing that hasn't changed in the past 20 years, brand synergy. Blue's Clues, Dora, and even the Rugrats netted Nickelodeon consumer products billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. And don't even mention the yellow guy, oh god. It seems like any property that isn't reaping returns along with ratings gets the hoof. And Oswald is probably one of the earlier casualties. There was never an official reason given for Oswald's cancellation, but I'm willing to put money on a lack of marketing. It's like pushing someone into a knife-lined room and being shocked when they start bleeding. This is, of course, just a theory, but it's a strong one. Look at Invader Zim, for example. Canceled mid-run for low ratings and some bad and unfortunate times that happened during its run, but a Hot Topic injection later, and suddenly the creator gets invited back for a revival. Oswald might never get that sort of opportunity, unless he goes punk or something, I don't know.
Oswald and friends are saying goodbye for now. But you can visit Big City anytime by going to noggin.com. Just click on Oswald.
Before our final topic, this section is for any odds and ends related to Oswald or the video that I couldn't fit cleanly anywhere else. I got the chance to ask a few questions about the lost pilot of Oswald and if there was more planned before the cancellation. The pilot for Oswald was in the works for a bit, and I believe that the pilot may have covered events from the very first book just titled Oswald, correct?
No.
No?
Not at all. No, not at all. We started the pilot. We did the pilot. I did it with Nicktoons, and I wanted to create a sort of a slice of his life. In other words, as opposed to the book where it's sort of an origin story. The pilot, and then when we went into the series, even the first episode or two, don't really go into how he met these characters and how he moved to the big city and all of that. But I thought it was necessary to address that in that book, Oswald. So it was just, I haven't seen the pilot in a really long time. I think it had to do with him losing his hat.
That's a common thing that happens in the show, too.
Yeah. A lot of things fly away.
Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and skip to the question about the pilot. You said that you don't know anything about its potential whereabouts or anything?
That's Nickelodeon has all of the footage from everything. They store it, but I honestly haven't seen that in a really long time. I mean, we're talking decades. I haven't seen it. I don't have a copy of it either. So.
Yeah, so like the lost media enthusiast, I don't know if you really know anything about it.
Yeah, I'll get contacted by them every once in a while, yeah.
The only thing that I know about is that there's 3 seconds of the pilot that's in this weird MTV show reel, and it was an acid trip. It's so weird.
Don't remember. I don't remember that.
I would say check it out, but I would just recommend that you don't. It's some of the weirdest stuff I've ever seen.
There's some crazy stuff out there. And that from doing books specifically, I learned that once you create something, like a book or, in my case, a book or a show, it goes out into the world and it really has a life of its own. And people take it and more recently, over the last decade or so, are playing with it digitally and, creating all kinds of stuff with it. It belongs to the world now, I guess. But I would love a reboot. I really would. It would really be so much fun because we had a whole bunch of stories already banked and they were ready to go. And most of the cast is, I'm sure, keen on getting back into it. And some board artists that I know would love to come back because, I have to say that the greatest compliment that I can get is that they will use the work they did on Oswald or Doug Unplugs or Willis, the other shows that I've done as a sample of their best work. That makes me so happy.
This next one is a very small bit. Fred Savage, the voice actor of Oswald, reprised his role in a small gag in Robot Chicken, so I'm going to show it here.
Whoops! Almost forgot my life preserver.
Oh, Jesus. I just need to say this. Oswald, you know you're an octopus, right? You literally cannot drown.
Safety first.
Oh, me. Huh. Huh.
You just never know who you'll bump into. Oswald is coming up next. We'll be right back.
It really feels like Tiny Chef got canceled simply for not being Paw Patrol. And if you're a Nickelodeon fan like I was, this should sound familiar. My Life as a Teenage Robot, Danny Phantom, El Tigre, Harvey Beaks, Chalk Zone Making Fiends. The story is similar. If it isn't screwed up front, it's taken out back Old Yeller style and thrown on Nicktoons to die in silence. Disney would do similar with Disney XD, Cartoon Network would do similar with Boomerang, but Nickelodeon is notorious for this, so much so to the point where they renamed Nicktoons temporarily to SpongeBob on Nick... What was it? Nick SpongeBob or something, and they just aired SpongeBob 24/7? That's an indicator. And I know it might seem like I'm jumping around in topics, but I promise you this is going somewhere. Let's talk about Making Fiends one more time. It didn't even get a chance to air on Nickelodeon. It premiered on Nicktoons with 0 promotion and 6 episodes, and Viacom's like, well, the show flopped. If you drop a newborn into a lake, you can't be surprised when it doesn't swim. To add insult to injury, Nickelodeon owns the IP, so it was probably shoved into the archives the minute it wrapped. The creator, Amy Winfrey, couldn't and can't continue the show on her own terms. Similarly, Tiny Chef began as a web series and was picked up and developed into a TV property. As of writing this video, August 2025, I'm not sure how much times have changed in the past 20 years. So, to wrap things back up, Paramount/Viacom/CBS/ the company responsible for the horrible content ID system we have on YouTube, yes, that was them, most likely has lordship over Oswald, keeping Dan from doing more books or anything else with his characters. You expect me to believe that he hasn't looked back once in 22 years, with how fondly he remembers every single key detail about the show and its production? Absolutely not. Look, I don't expect to rally the troops or anything, I just want to add to the ongoing conversation. If you love creativity, originality, and animation, it's not enough to just watch something, say it's good on Twitter, and keep dumping on the latest Velma or Big Mouth or whatever. Support the creators, suggest it to friends, reach out to the production, keep putting public pressure on these networks. I'm probably soapboxing here, but if you don't want more beloved original properties to go the way of Oswald or Tiny Chef or Making Fiends or anything, something's gotta give. Well, folks, that was Oswald. What a great show. I'm serious, I really do want you guys to go and watch it. It's available on YouTube, and if you really feel like tossing your dollars at a corporation, it's available on Paramount, I guess. And if you want to show Dan some love, his channel can be found here. Tell him that Forrest sent ya. He's working on a new book called Piccolo, and it's really super adorable. I hope that this is the next big thing. The link to his channel will be in the description. So, thanks for watching all the way until the end. I had a blast making this video, and hopefully you enjoyed it too. Click some buttons, drop a comment sharing your thoughts. It helps the channel grow, and I will be reading them. With that, I've been Tanuki Forrest. Good night. You know what? Screw it. I love this show. Okay, I'm gonna try to find one of the plushies. It would be really awesome to get all of them, but I could settle with just one. Alright, I'm gonna go on eBay and let's see what's available.
Oh my goodness!